Alright folks, we're going to take a look now at the Dean Symposium and the closing the loop process. What you'll get before the calendar year begins, or at the beginning of the calendar year, depending on how much time we have to dedicate to the process, you'll get this, your Excel spreadsheet with the data for your program. You'll also acquire the Dean's Assessment Symposium PowerPoint template. There are 8 slides in total right now. And then the last thing that you'll need to complete the project is your TaskStream account opened so that you can access your program and potentially access courses. You'll see that the first thing that's asked for is what was assessed, and that's the Student Learning Outcomes list, and we're primarily concerned with the PSLOs for this one, or the Program Student Learning Outcomes here. So my recommendation is to go into your TaskStream account. We're going to use Liberal Arts Program for an example today. You'll go to your Assessment and Planning workspace, and on the left hand side, under Standing Requirements, remember that most of the important stuff is taken care of right here. You're going to want to look at your learning objectives and outcomes. You click there, and you'll see all of the PSLOs. So don't feel like you have to copy and paste the entire definition. Just the PSLO itself is fine. Come back over to the PowerPoint, and it's already copied in. I copied it in earlier. So you just copy those in, and then you're all set to go with that component. Next, it asks, how was the assessment accomplished? So, student work assessed. What assignments, in which courses, tests, products of student work, etc., measurement strategy, sample size, and students, and all of this. Now, if the faculty have done their work appropriately, this should be relatively easy. We can, in fact, drop that entirely. We come back over here and you can see that information isn't provided here. This information is just kind of a raw data spreadsheet telling you bare bones. If the faculty have provided supplementary information, I usually attempt to put that down here at the bottom so that you can copy and paste that later in the PowerPoint presentation. But when it comes to this is basically your measure. So we see the first class is History 305. If we come over to TaskStream, we go back home. Again, the internet's moving a bit slow today. It's relatively cold out today. I wonder if that has any impact on the speed of the internet. We find History 305 down here. We go to the Course Assessment Workspace for 305. You're going to go to the semester that you're compiling results for. In this case right now, I'm looking at spring 2017. So I'm going to go to the assessment plan or findings here. I'll go to the findings this time. It seemed to yield quicker response. Okay, and there's the measure, the details, the target, the implementation plan, the whole 9 yards. Really what we're looking for is the details. Or what we're looking for are the details, rather. It tells us the rubric that was used, tells us the students, tells us the number of students down here. It tells them the whole process. We can copy that, and we could put that right here. Now that's a little bit small, so we'd want to increase the size a little bit, and it's looking a little bit odd here. So let's try to clean it up to the best of our ability. This is going to get messy, isn't it? Okay. Well, then my recommendation would be to do this. I would just come over here, troubleshooting, right? That's what it's all about. Copy the details and description, boom, like so, and then go back over and copy the target if you'd like to. And like I said, if your faculty members have taken care of things on their end and provided all the necessary context in their measures, it's going to make it a lot easier on you. And you could do this for each course if you wanted to. So History 305, boom. And then you have all the information. You could create a new slide for the next course that's in here, and that's Psych 275. And you would basically do the same thing. You just provide the measures and possibly the target down here. Okay, you can see this target was made after the course was up and running. He knew how many students were in the class. That was really nice. It came in really handy for us as we were compiling the document. So now we get into the actual assessment data, and this part asks you to insert tables and graphs and all these things. This is probably the easiest part. You come over here, you're going to copy this, right? And you want to get all of the information, of course. So let's try to get everything if we can. There we go. Copy that and paste it in. And it looks a little small, so we can increase the size on that. Then you're all set to go there. You've got your data. Boom. Now, assessment results. What has the data told us? We're actually going to cover this in a separate tutorial, because this is where I'm going to start talking about the basic, low-hanging fruit elements of providing context and providing action plans, and then more the intermediate and advanced aspects of providing action plans and context and things along those. So stay tuned for tutorial number 2, and that will give you the information on the rest of this process in excruciating detail, of course.